The first goal of our Bundesliga 2 season, and it's scored by Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory. In today's episode, we are back with 1860 Munich, and it is the start of our Bundesliga 2 campaign. We won promotion last time out, and we are here ready to go for this season in a game today against St. Pauli, and we'll have a look if we can get to this next game as well against Greuther Furth. We'll have to take a look at what's going on though, but the most important thing is what has gone on this summer. We should probably take a look first at our pre-season. 4 games we have played. It's been a bit of a quieter pre-season. I opted for that just to give the boys a bit more rest. That will be important going into this season, especially against lots of teams who, may have been relegated from the divisions below or above and are used to this level of competition, I should say. We'll also have DFB Pokal games. Our first one is coming up there, and hopefully if we win that one against this team who are also in the second Bundesliga, then we could go and have a second round game by next episode. But we do have those games that have been played overall looking not too bad. On the whole, if we're going to take a look at what's been going on in this summer, that is probably the most important thing, the transfer history and what has gone on. We've brought in Musonda on a permanent deal, which was very good to see. I'm glad we've been able to bring him in. We brought in Christian Kinsombi. You might have seen him in the shortlist before. We brought him in on a free. His contract did expire, and he is looking like a very good player who we've brought into the club. A bit more of a squad player, but overall lots of quality. 26 years of age, lots of experience already in these divisions, and I think he is a very good signing to have made. Very versatile player who can play in a number of different positions, most notably off that left wing, also on the right wing as well. I think we've got ourselves a very good player in on that free deal there. We have also brought in Tony Lesnar. This guy is looking like a very, very good player to have brought in. Now, he is 35 years of age, but he's got 436 games played. He's played for many top level clubs. He's even played for the likes of QPR. He's also played for Union Berlin, Hamburg as well, Hertha, and he's also played for many, many different clubs in his time in Germany. He's also played in Belgium as well, so lots of experience, and we signed him for 60k, which was really quite a good deal, to be honest. I get he is 35, but look at those qualities. I think he is a very good player who will come into this team, and we will have to fight for his place, but I think it is a good sign. And then we've also brought in a youngster, Simon Schroeder, who comes in lots of potential, 16 years of age, not going to be getting into this main team just yet, but we could be seeing him in the future with all that quality. And then we've had quite a big shift around, a lot of movement in the players moving out. We've had lots of players leave for good fees as well. Most notably, Kevin Volland has left. Too many injuries. I think he was causing a bit of problems in the squad as well. At 34 years of age, they didn't really get what we wanted out of him last season. He has now moved over to Hanover, who are also another Bundesliga 2 team, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe it's going to be an improvement for him. I don't really know, but I think it makes sense to move him on. And then we've also moved on Horgan, Hobbs, Pfeiffer, who you might remember, has also moved on. But overall, it's done us very well. If you take a look at the budgets now, 1.5 million euros in the bank, and we also have quite a bit of wage budget to work with. We are looking at a few players, most notably a striker is what we're wanting to get. May also be looking to bring in another midfielder and a right back cover, which is but the priority is the striker, but it's important to also get those midfielders and right backs. But we may be looking at players coming in this episode, and that will be very interesting to see if we can go and get those. The squad is quite thin at the moment, but a few more signings. We're probably going to be looking to make some big signings as well, and we should be good to go for the rest of this season. Looking in a very, very good state. Hopefully we can go and survive in this season. We will be looking to try and stay for the whole season, but if we start thinking of potentially moving on, then I think it would be reasonable to do after the end of this season. That will be the aim for us. Let's go and get straight into it. A first game of the league season for us, and it comes against St. Pauli. So the team for this game against St. Pauli, we've got Darning, Orbach, Vela, Voet and Dulich, Musonda, Littman, Christiansen and Dan Huff, Jakob, Philip and Niederlechner starts up top in this game. Kick off here in this game. It is a tough first game for us really against Saint Pauli, and we will obviously be away in this game. Very high level we're playing at now, a big step up. The Bundesliga 2 is, I think, the second most reputable, or maybe third most reputable second division in all of Europe, so obviously a very good level we are playing at now, but I think we have some very capable players who will be looking to rise to the occasion and to this level and really show themselves off, and I think it will be good to see if they can go on and do that. It looks like we've had the opening few chances, which is nice to see. Hopefully we can come away with a win. That would be a dream start for us back in the second division, the first time in quite a while for this 1860 Munich team, and hopefully the start of trying to get back into the first division and challenging Bayern Munich. Here is Musonda on a permanent deal now down this left side. He cuts it through Jakob Christiansen. No one's able to get it in the end. I think maybe we're causing a bit of a overload for ourselves, and now the transition here has got to be good. You know, it is only a 3v2 because I guess the opposite team has to defend with men in numbers when we are putting such an overload. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, maybe it's more effective to have less, but in that moment there it looked like they did have to have a bit of a difference. You know, they had to have 2 up top and we would have our 3 at the back and, you know, really commit a lot of men back in a position like that, but I guess we can't complain really. It does favour us a little bit more. Here's Philip and a lovely run. He's got to go all the way. He has the shot. It's a save for Jakob, who scores 1-0 here. The first goal of our Bundesliga 2 season, and it's scored by Kylian Jakob. What a player he is. Absolutely incredible down that left hand side. He just comes into this inside channel. Obviously he's playing a bit more of an advanced role now on the edge of this area, and he's just gone and scored that. Puts it away. No mistake from in there, right into that corner, and we are 1-0 up, and we are building a very good team, you'd argue. This is, I mean, to be fair, Verlat was supposed to leave. We also have he was either one of Christiansen or Jacobson who was supposed to leave, but with our new director of football who came in, we didn't actually have a few staff and we had to sign them towards the end of last season. They managed to somehow agree new deals with them. Even I couldn't. You can't get through to them unless you do that. It's quite crazy really, but we managed to do it, and we kept them around surprisingly, and we're only going to go and strengthen the squad from here. It's going to be tough with having so many good players, with managing playing time, but I think we will be able to do it and hopefully go and build a very good squad. That is a bit poor really. Should be defending a little bit better. It is Musonda on his side who's not able to defend that too well, and it is 1-1 here after 35 minutes. A good competitive game on the opening day of the Bundesliga season, which I guess is always good, but 40 minutes we're about to approach here, and we would arguably say we have been the better team, but we don't have much show for it, with it being 1-1 here. Verlat goes into Littman with a loose header. I mean, Littman, we've got to start considering, will he have a bit more of a permanent place in this team or not? Youngsters coming through, there's a lot of competition for youngsters in this team. We really have to be quite conscious of those decisions. We'll have to see really. I do think we need to prioritise bringing in a striker, another midfielder could be coming in by the end of this episode, and as well some cover for Dan Huff, because I don't think we have particularly much on that right hand side for him. Maybe as well another attacking player. I feel like Jakob is probably better down that left hand side, and Musonda was only brought in as kind of cover for him, but I think he is really good. I mean, to be fair, I did say that I wanted to have 2 really good players on both of those fullback positions, but now when it comes to it, I want to play all of them. I don't think it will be very sustainable. We'll have to see really. Here's Dulic, lovely ball. Verlat with a header, it just goes over the bar. In the end, it's good to keep Verlat, probably our best centre back, and he is our captain as well, so it was nice to see, but he does still want to really leave the club. But if we can go and have a good start to this season, keep the morale good, I don't think he'll be too bothered, and hopefully he will want to stay in the end. 60 minutes gone here in this game. I think it'll be time for some changes, get some sharpness up, because you can never get full sharpness even after a pre-season. We do have 5 changes we can go and make. I think Fressel is a bit injured. We could bring him on here. I'm gonna do it. We will go and do it. I think he's not too bad. He does have that injury. This is a bit confusing really, what's going on here. I don't think he'll be too bad. He says he's not injured there, but he says it's injured on the left hand side. We'll bring him on. I really want to try and see if Dulic can play in this role here, because it could be interesting. We'll bring him into that more advanced role there. I've just realised that the 2 roles as well is the in possession and out of possession role. That's quite interesting. We'll bring him in there. Lesnar comes into that right hand side, and then I think we'll stick with that for now. there is Jacobson, who is injured, so I'm not going to bring him into this game really. We'll go and bring Musander off for our new signing Kinzombie. We'll see how he can do down that left hand side, looking like obviously a very, very capable player, and obviously we don't want to cause too much strain this early into the season. We want to really rest the likes of players like Musander, is a very, very capable player. 70 minutes gone here in this game. It has been a very close game. I'd like to think St. Pauli are one of the better teams in this division. It's been good, very, very competitive, and this is what we really need to do. It looks like we've also matched each other in the systems. I think this system we play is quite important against like how it comes up against different strategies and tactics. That is something we'll obviously have to assess at a different time, but it is definitely quite an important thing to consider when implementing this tactic. And at a high level, it could be more risky to play this, but it could have, you know, more high risk, high reward. The full time whistle goes. We've got one more game in us, but that was quite a decent performance, if we're honest. So the team for this game, we're going to take a look at these graphics here. Hopefully it stays quite quick. Just the one change, it went there. Jacobson does return to this team in the middle, and it was Littman who was playing there, so he has moved out of this team. There is the league table for you. We sit in a very nice ninth place is what I was trying to say there. Ingolstadt, the other team who did come up with us. I don't know if the third place game the team were in that who won. I don't think they did, but we're underway here in this game, and it's a home game for us. The fans have definitely turned out. The 15,000 in attendance here in this game, and hopefully we can go and get the result with those in attendance. We have the team. They are not promoted. I can't remember the name. I don't even remember playing against them last year, but we must have. Doesn't look like they won that playoff game. Luckily, we weren't there because of a late goal. What a free kick that is there from Philip. He's not able to put that in the end after 8 minutes here. In this game, the team is setting up, looking sharp. We're looking ready to go for this season. Jakob back in ball in back post. Verlat with the header, and he just puts it wide of that near post there to him. And now it is 10 minutes gone in this game. The chances with us at the start of it, we do have a new signing on the bench. You will have a look in a second at what is going on there. If we do make that substitution, I don't see why not. It's a change that makes sense for us, and I think it does tick off a signing that we do want to make here in this season. It is not a striker, and it is not the right back. I think the right back will be getting nailed on by the next episode. The transfer window will probably be closed by the next episode. It is just the striker I'm not too sure about. I think we might need to make a bit of a big money signing, but maybe we don't need one, as Philip scores here inside 18 minutes of this game to make it 1-0. It's a good finish from him in the middle there, so direct and so clinical. Down that left hand side we have been here in this game. Danhoff and Philip. I mean, Philip takes quite a good inside position, and Danhoff does find it a bit quieter. Maybe we need to do something to get Danhoff a little bit more involved. Maybe it's to do with the midfielders, swapping the two midfielders around. See how, well, when we make this midfield change, new midfielder, hint, maybe it could help what goes on with Danhoff down that right hand side. Potentially we'll have to see. He is on the ball now here. We do have VAR, as you can see there. Has been implemented. Here's Christiansen. Can he find Danhoff? He goes into Jacobson. There is a ball behind him, potentially Danhoff. Link-ups going very nicely here. Jakob Niederlechner with the effort nearly into that top right corner, but he was not able to put that in there. But we are playing very, very good. And if you told me, I mean, you can see that we're in first place. I don't know if this game is at the same time as every others, but if you told us by the end of this episode we would be in first place, which is very, very possible. I mean, same Pauli, I don't know if they will go ahead of us. No, they won't. And if Hamburg even win their game, I don't know. But if you told us after our game we could potentially finish in first place, I'd be very, very happy with that. If what's to say it can't stay the same, maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'm not too sure. Philip with an effort. Oh, that is so unlucky. I thought that went in there. His second goal of the game, that would have been. We've been really, really impressive. This tactic is just really, really good. I'm really happy it's worked, and it's one that I really resonate with. And when you do as well, it's a lot easier to implement it, and I think that's what we're experiencing here. And it's really, really fun and really, really nice to see that that is the case for us. The ball into the middle here for the opposition team. We've got some very complicated German name. Very tough to get the head around. Not one I'm going to try and figure out too quickly if I don't have to. I mean, we'll only have to play them one more time in this season, so I don't know if it will really affect us that much. But the next game for us is a cup game against obviously another Bundesliga 2 team. It's good to have climbed out from the 3 Liga and into this Bundesliga, because German football is one that I've always wanted to get into. It's got a very, very good structure. Lots of teams, even in that third league, who are really, really rich in history and also just very, very good. I think they could take on a lot of other teams around Europe pound for pound. They would be very, very good. So it is quite impressive to see, and I think we have built a very good team here, which has been nice to go on and achieve. 45 minutes gone here in this game. We're into the second half. If we can get another goal, we'll probably go and look to make some changes nice and early. The opposition looking to get into this game a little bit more in this second half. If they can, I can already see some changes which would make sense here in this game. Dulic on the ball. He's going to go down this right hand side to Danhoff. The ball straight on down that right hand side if we can find it. Philip, can he find Danhoff? He does. Philip has got an injury there, I think, but it's a good ball into Jakob. Penalty there in the middle. It might go to VAR. I don't know if Jakob might have been offside there. We'll have to see. Even if he is, I don't know if it would go to a penalty really. Musonda would have had that, but it is influenced by Jakob being taken down there. It is going to be a penalty and stepping up. I don't know why we don't just put a striker. It is Jacobson who is going to step up to take this penalty. He did score a few, he did also miss a few last season. Let's go and see what he can do with this penalty into that left hand side. 55 minutes gone, 2-0 up here, and it is going to be our first win of the Bundesliga 2 season. Really good stuff, really happy. And now it's time for a few changes here in this game. Jakob off. I'm going to bring Kinsombi on that side. I'm also going to I'll bring Fressel on, but not just yet here in this game. I'm going to bring Dulic off. He did have a bit more of an advanced role last time out, so we'll be quite tired from that. And then I'm going to bring on, we wanted to say about Danhoff down that right side, see if it would help him with another midfielder, create a nice triangle there with the very capable Philip a part of that. We're going to bring on our new signing in Tower. He is going to come on into this midfield there. As you can see, Nicholas Tower looking like a very, very capable overall player. How old? 25 years of age. He's not had that much experience, but he does look like a very good player who does still have a little bit of potential to work on. Can also cover on that right hand side if we really need him to. A very good player who we have brought into this side on a free deal, I believe it was. Really not spending the money. I've got such a complex. When we have the money, we don't spend it. When we do, we just, I don't know what it is. It's just very, very difficult, it seems, to spend the money when we do have it. But hopefully we can go and do. I think, when was it? It might have been Shakhtar where we just started splashing the cash. We might have even gone over a little bit, but we did have some very high quality players, and it was so worth doing that in the end. I mean, we just signed like the Golden Boy winner and stuff like that. I can't. What was his name? Zeldin Rust. He had such an interesting name. I remember he was like 60-70 million euros, I believe we were working in, and we just brought him in because why not? We had the money to do so. He wasn't even, that is an incredible goal by the way, he wasn't even like a starting player necessarily. He had a lot of potential. I think he started the Champions League final that we won, but at Shakhtar we just brought him in, and it made a lot of sense. Very, very good player to have brought in, and maybe we need to do stuff like that. Just go and spend the cash. We also want to keep this club financially stable. They have had a few issues, and to sell players for quite big money in this summer has definitely been beneficial, so hopefully that is something we can keep up. Being quite financially sustainable, it would be a very positive thing that we could go on and do. We'll go and look to make a few more changes. We're going to put Philip in at striker, bring Needle extra off, Fressel in there in this game. That'll be the change we'll make, and then if we want to bring the youngsters on, we will look to go and do that. We want to make a few more signings here in this season, just improving the squad depth as well. We don't have to go and spend big money on a single player if we don't want to. Just improving the squad depth overall could really have some benefits. Is there an offside down? This right hand side, Danhoff gets a header out, gets that clear only as far as the player, the edge of the area. The shot goes in, and that is very, very close to reaching the roof of the net. We want to go and see out this game. We'll go and tell the boys to be a little bit more balanced, a little bit more cautious in what we're doing overall. But as it stands, we are top of the table, 4 points from 6. We can be very, very happy with the way we are played. We just need to see out this game here. It will be frustrating to go and lose 2 points in this way if we do go and do that. It is advancing now for the opposition through the middle. Well, the shot going nice and early, well wide in the end here. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring Danhoff off. I want to make sure he's not injured, doesn't get injured. I'm going to move Tower over to that left side to see how he does. Bring Littman on as a natural change there, and then we're also just going to bring Vela off as well. We made 5 subs. Have we made 5 subs? subs. We have made 5 subs. I didn't realise. I thought we'd only had 5 on the bench who we could bring on. I guess not in the end there. Villa would have just been a sub we've just made for the sake of it anyway. Might as well have gone and done it. Here's Kinsombi down this left side on a nice little run there. He's a bit narrow, but he finds Musonda down that left hand side into the midfield. It's a lovely ball in behind. Kinsombi could get the shot away. He does take it to the byline in the end. Musonda, Kinsombi, lovely combination. He hits the woodwork. What a bit of play that is from the 2 men down that left hand side, and it's so unlucky for Kinsombi to not able to get his first goal there in this game. Wow, that is very unfortunate that he's not able to put that away in the end. Lesnar, where can he go? Into Lippmann in the midfield. He goes into Philip, and now all of a sudden the opposition could turn this ball over down this right hand side for themselves. It is in behind. The shot goes in, and what a save that is from Don in the end. 85 minutes, or still all to play for here in this game. A bit of defence required from his Lesnar. Is very, very tall. You can see him in the middle there. He's not on the near post, but he's to the right hand side of that near post, and he does win his header. I think he's like 194 or something like that, which is arguably the first thing you'd look for in a centre back. I don't know why they've just flicked the ball up there, but I guess we can't complain. In this second half, the opposition have really gone for it, but I think we've just been the better team in the end. The final few moments of this game, and the full-time whistle goes, and we are going to end the episode top of the table. So there you have it, top of the table after our first 2 games. Very impressive stuff there. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to come back for our completed transfer window and hopefully some cup action. I'll leave you this though, tune. Make sure to join the Discord down below, and I'll see you all for another video. Thank you, bye bye.